Talk UK. Pro Bs once again. Remember, subscribe. And I'm delighted to be joined by the trainer and manager of Lyndon Alpha, Mr. Pat Barrett. How are you, man?
I'm good, thanks. I'm very good. I'm feeling good.
Do you know how this all came about, right? So I interviewed Tunde 2 days ago, and that got put on the airwaves. And then in the comments, one of the viewers said, look, you need to holler at Pat. You need to holler at Pat. You've spoken to Tunde, now holler at Pat. So this is exactly what I'm doing, man. All right. So kind of reflecting. It's just been just under a week now. How you feeling?
You know what? I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. This is kind of like a buzz and it's a high that probably I'll never come down from because I know myself as a trainer. I know my boxers as boxers, and they're not just fighters. It's my gym's kind of like a family gym. You know, we kind of like it's like the Oliver Twist kind of thing. We got we have all the rough kids there, but they're all decent, respectful, and every one of them feel important in that place. It's the only place in the world where they feel great. Some of them go in the gym, they don't even want to go out the gym. They will sit, they will talk, they finish the training. It's just a place where they just want to go. I'm the same way. I'll sit in the office, we'll talk, we have laughs. We've got the old time fighters, Tommy McDonough, who was once with boxing with us. All the old time boxers come back in and say hi, pay their dues, pay their respect. Robbie Reed, Michael Jennings, which is always nice to see. So yeah.
You know what's crazy, right? I was just like laughing and joking with Lyndon, right? I was saying, you remember when I pull up to your gym 2 years ago and you said to me, bro, where did you park? I'm like, yeah, I parked down there. And he's like, you parked down there? Are you mad, bro? So it's crazy, man. But look, I got to thank you guys for welcoming me in the gym at the time. I remember when I rolled in your gym, man, I remember you giving me this look like, yo, who's this London boy rolling into our gym? You know what I mean?
It was the London boy. It was like, yo, who's this black guy rolling into
it's crazy. So look, have you had a chance at all to, I know it's all done and dusted, to watch the fight again? Because there's been some debate. I know your opinion is that you won the fight convincingly, right? But have you just watched it one more time and kind of said, this is what I thought happened once more, reaffirmed myself?
Let me tell you something. Have you watched the fight?
Do you know, I keep meaning.
Yeah, I know I got you on this one. I know I got you on this one. And I really think, every man's entitled to have an opinion, my brother. Yeah. Every man's entitled to having an opinion doesn't make you a wrong person. It doesn't make it personal. It means like why you would say we won the fight. I'm not saying I won the fight because it's Lyndon and his family and whatever. I'm saying I won the fight because we did what we had to do to win the fight. We stuck and we followed a game plan. And even if we would have stuck and followed the game plan and we would have lost the fight, and we would have came up short, I still would have been proud of Lyndon because he finished on his feet and everybody expected Lyndon to be knocked out. It wasn't just the win that was more important to me. It's how he won, okay? I don't care if Lyndon would have got beat. I still love him, and I still say he's going to be a champion. It's my family, yeah? And just like with my nephew when he got beat off Ronnie Clark, look where he is now. He's flying, yeah? He's won 2 belts. He's won the Commonwealth and the IBF Intercontinental. It don't make him a loser because he's lost. It means that either we got the game plan wrong or we got beat off a better man on the night. Yeah, that's it. Simple. We go back to the drawing board. Uncle Pat starts promoting, gets him 2 wins back under his belt. Boom! We're back in the driver's seat. We're flying high, just as I did with my nephew. Yeah, and that's the difference between me because I have my own organization. I'm a boxing promoter, I'm a boxing manager, I'm a boxing trainer. I'm a shrewd man, okay? I don't judge people and I don't diss people. This is boxing, man. I've been in the game for a long time. I'm former British, European, you know, world contender. And I don't cry when I get beat. I go back to the drawing board and I work hard. Yeah, that's what I do. Yeah, you know, forget all this. Oh, well, we got robbed. We got robbed. You shouldn't allow yourself to get robbed. If you're gonna do a job and you say you're pressing, you don't press without getting your victory. You don't say you're gonna knock a man out and then don't knock a man out and then looking for the points win. You know what I mean? You're scrounging. You know, I would rather be the bigger man and say, you know what, listen, I got the game plan wrong. Yeah. And here what, boom. Lyndon Half is a better fighter than I thought. I thought, you know, looking at him is a mirage. I thought watching him fight against Spellman, Lyndon makes boxing look easy, brother. Yeah. Listen, you got a man who's had 20 fights, 19 knockouts. Yeah. That one bit, even I had fear going into this fight. I'm not going to lie. Lyndon had fear going into this fight. But fear is either your worst enemy or your best friend. It's how you neutralize it. We don't pretend that we're not scared. Of course we're scared. We don't pretend that we're not nervous and, you know, this could go bad. Of course we're aware of that. Yeah, as much as we do everything right, all the hard work and everything else, we're aware of that. Come on, man, I come from a boxing game. Yeah, I had over 40 professional fights. I've never been knocked out, okay? I can honestly say, under my hat, I've never been knocked out. I've never been stopped, okay? Because I had a great trainer called Brian Hughes that taught me the heart of boxing. The heart of boxing is defense, okay? That's the key. That's what I teach. And to teach that, you don't teach it, you inbred it from here. Boxers have to relate, they have to understand, you know, and it's what I do. And the second thing is to have a good left jab, okay? If you do a little bit of history and you go back to the first fighter, one of my first fighters that Brian Hughes allowed me to train was Robbie Reed against Nardiello. Robbie Reed against Henry Wharton. I got my game plan right. And I was so chuffed. And thank you, Brian. I was like a little kid. That was the first time. And Michael Jennings against Takaloo. I got that right. Brian allowed me to train these people. He gave me the finger to go on, Pat. And you know what Brian you said to me one day? He said, Pat, you're a good trainer. You. He said, you're going to be like the next Emmanuel Stewart. And that was a blessing when he said that. I was like, what? You really think so? And now, again, it's about how you get the game plan, how you get it. Hey, I can be wrong sometimes. Yeah? I don't get it right all the time. Okay? Right? When Zelfa was fighting his last fight and he knocked out Donovan, what's it called? Donovan. Yeah, Zelfa come back to me in the corner and goes, what do you want me to do, Pat? What should I do? I know what I said to him. Listen, son, fuck the game plan. It ain't working. Yeah, it ain't working. You can't do what you're doing. You're getting caught with pitter-patter shots. You're staying on the outside. You know what I know what you do? Get your fucking hands up high and belt this kid. Move that head, son. Yeah, get close and belt this kid. That's what I said. Fuck it. We spent weeks and weeks on a game plan that wasn't working. Yeah? And I said to my nephew, listen, son, it's not working. It's rounds behind. It's losing the fight. Okay? Yeah. I said, you know what? Forget the game plan. Yeah. You know what you got to do now. Yeah. He said to me, I'm a losing. I said, son, it's close. The last time he heard that was close, he lost. Yeah. What did he do? He went out there, he's moving his head, he slipped, and he timed it, and he came with the hook and knocked him out. Okay? Now, that's what Tunde should have said to Anthony. Listen, son, the plan's not working. Let's go to plan B. Fuck this. You need to jump all over this guy. Yeah? He's only using one hand. I'm sure we can beat a guy with one hand. Listen to me now, son. Take the fight to him. Take it close. Move that head. Get close to him. Once you get close, let them hands go. Where he got it wrong last time by saying, Anthony, go out there and empty the tank. Yeah? Empty the tank. Okay. Don't empty the tank, but let your hands go. Do you understand me? What you got to remember is what I did. I used Anthony's negatives to my positive. Because forget what the trainer's saying, because the trainer ain't the one taking the punches. How can he turn around to Anthony and say he hasn't got a collar off jab? He ain't been hit with the jab. How can a fighter going back to the corner and did you hear this? Yes or no? Please be truthful. Did you hear Anthony say, I can't get past the jab?
My honest opinion is, at the time, I was doing a live stream. So the commentary was off. We were doing a live stream. You can check that out on the channel. And honestly, there was no sound.
Well, you know what?
Yeah.
Before you even be interviewing me, yeah, brother, yeah, serious on the level, you shouldn't be talking to me without not knowing what you're talking about. Because I can't really have a conversation because it's like I'm making something up. We have either got to agree or we either have to disagree.
I've heard about it. I've heard about it.
Yeah, but you said the same thing to Tunde, that you watched it with the commentary off. I get what you said.
Yeah.
But through that time, you've had time to watch that fight. Because you can't be asking questions about something you're not going to know about. And especially if you're going to be interviewing me, who's a top-class trainer about something, we've got to be on the same level. And I don't really want to hear that. Well, I hear it because I'm telling you, there's no point. Because if I say to you, well, you got to say, well, true. Because otherwise, in my defense, what is there for me to say? The thing what he said, he come back to the corner, he goes, I can't get past the jab. And all Tunde could say lying in the camp. Well, I would have said, listen, son, you got to take chances now. You got to get close to this guy and belt him downstairs and bring it up here and stay close to stop him from throwing that jab. You need to disarm him. Yeah, he's only got one hand. But what did he say? Don't quote me. Don't quote me. Don't quote me. Yeah, I think he's hurt his hand. And the only reason why he said don't quote me, because some cheating bastard had gone and said from where they heard, from the dressing room, Lyndon has hurt his hand. This is how corrupt this shit is. Okay? But we don't care. I'm not crying about it. Yeah? Somebody had gone round to his corner and said, Lyndon has hurt his hand. Because nobody wanted us to win. So why is he saying that he got robbed when it was the Lyndon Harper show? I mean, sorry, it was the Anthony Yarde show. It wasn't about us. We ain't got no deal with BT. He got a deal with BT. He would have won this WBO Intercontinental. That would have put him in line to fight for the world title. They would never have looked at back and give us the rematch. And we are the champions. So how are you going to ask you now, who are not a champion, who had nothing, and we give you the chance, an opportunity to do something, to say that we robbed you? How could we rob you? We only did what we did. We stuck to a game plan. We went down there, we boxed, and we you know, when we heard it was a split decision, it could have went either way. And if it would have went either way, we would have been none the wiser and would have went, I would have embraced my boxer, gave him a hug, and said, you know what, son, I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you, son. I am fucking proud of you. Come on, we can come back better than this. And that's what we would have done. And he would have knew that I was proud of him, and I wouldn't care what anybody said, because they would have still looked a fool because they didn't knock him out. Tunde was so sure and adamant that somebody heard him in the gym on the phone saying how he's going to knock Lyndon out. But he ain't going to knock shit out because he ain't fighting. Yeah, and he can't speak on the behalf of a boxer unless he's going to be punching him. And Lyndon ain't no punch bag. Okay? So you got to get your game plan right. You had one game plan to go in there to knock him out. And plan B, you didn't even have one. And when you didn't knock him out, you want to cry like a bitch about, oh, we got robbed. Come on, man, do yourself a favor. I come into this game with a lot of respect for him as a person. A lot of respect. I had nothing, no trash talking, no nothing. Yeah. But what I'm disappointed about and I'm disgusted about is the way they've talked about Lyndon. They discredited him. Yeah. Instead of just saying, you know what? Okay, boom. Here's how it is. Talking about, oh, they ain't made no money. Look at them. You're right. We ain't made no money. We haven't made no money because you want to know what I do? All my money goes into my promotion to give these kids a chance and a career. The likes of Zelfa, the likes of Lyndon, that I've lost so much money on. Yeah, and I don't care because who's the champions now? Okay, who's at the top of the food chain now? Okay, who's begging for the rematch now? What you got? You got nothing. Yeah, and I feel sorry for the fighter more than the trainer because it ain't the fighter's fault. It's like a bad parent, right? You talk trash, your kids talk trash. You tell your kids, hey, shut up. Any one of my boxers, you spoke to Lyndon, right?
Just before you.
How did you find Lyndon?
Hey, I know Lyndon from before. He's always been all right.
He's
Yeah.
respectful, innit?
From time.
He's
From
decent,
2 years
innit?
ago, I met him. Yeah, he's always been all right.
Okay. Have you spoke to my nephew, Telfer?
Once in the gym that same time, 2 years ago.
Yeah, yeah. And when you come in the gym, what the kids like in the gym? They're respectful, huh?
It was all love. It was all love.
Thank you. And that's how I make sure they are. Yeah, the only person that can rant and rave and use bad words to that is me. Yeah. And I don't like how they disrespected Lyndon. I don't like how they're saying they got robbed. Yeah. They shouldn't allow themselves to get robbed. If you're going to say you got robbed, then who are you going to blame? Yourself. That's what I say. If that's me, I'm saying, look, Lyndon, if Lyndon would have got beat, I would have just said, look, son, that's your own fault. You should have thrown that right hand. You should have pulled the trigger and you should have done this. But you'll learn. It's a lesson to learn. But you know what? You done me proud because you won a fight with just a left jab. Yeah. And the rematch doesn't mean nothing to me now because you know what it is? Anthony Yarde will get beat again. Because you want to know why? Anthony Yarde is not recovered from the Kolarov fight mentally. Okay? Right? Because it's just like what Tundi said. They've been to the top of the mountain and they come back down. Yeah. And they've been to the top of the mountain again and they come back down. How many times are you going to get to the top of the mountain and come back down? Yeah. He said he accepted the defeat of Kolarov. How could you not accept the defeat of Kolarov? You got knocked out. What are you going to do? Argue about that? You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
Yeah.
So I've seen that, obviously, on your interview the other day, that a rematch will happen only when you say it will happen and on your terms only.
Look, here's what they're going to say, right? You tell me this, right, and go and do your homework on this. In the history of boxing, who gives the challenger the rematch?
Mm.
No, seriously.
The champion.
No, who gives the challenger a rematch?
Oh, okay.
In the history of boxing, do your research. Go and look. In the whole history of boxing, you are a challenger. Not a champion, a challenger. Forget about that. You're the myth. Forget what you used to have. You're nothing now. So you're coming now, yeah, to take my title. I'm close to the vacant title that we're fighting for as well. Okay? No, we are the champions. Yeah? Also get it twisted. Right? And you lose. Now we got to give you a rematch. Right. Now, okay, look at it another way. He is the challenger and he wins. Okay? Now the champion's meant to get a rematch. Am I right?
That's how it usually goes,
right.
To be fair,
Yeah.
that's how it usually goes.
So do you honestly think we would have got the rematch? Be honest. No. Because they would have been looking to fight for the WBO world title on BT. Yeah. The only people that have lost money on this is BT because BT have put a lot of money into Yarde. BT have put a lot of money into Daniel
Dubois, yes. Daniel Dubois. Yeah.
So there's two big fighters that they've lost. Yeah. Right? And now we've got to be the thingy for that. Listen, Anthony Yarde should have done. Anthony Yarde, as far as I'm concerned, got exposed. Yeah, he is a good fighter. Anthony Yarde is fucking fantastic. We listen. For me to say anything bad about Anthony Yarde, I'd be a fool. Yeah, as a fighter, because it doesn't say much for Lyndon. Yeah, but we made a good fighter. Yeah, a good credible puncher look ordinary. We tamed the beast. Okay, the beast was no longer a beast. Okay, he got exposed to a jab. Now, it's nothing to do with that because what you got to realize, things come back from what did he get stopped with? A jab. Not because he was weak, but because of exhaustion. Yeah? He put everything into it. It wasn't the jab that knocked him out. It was the old exhaustion. Yeah, experienced enough. Yeah, that's had a lot of amateur fights. He's done this, he's done that. Is one of the best light heavyweights? Yeah, fair enough. I can't fault him on that. But let's get it right. He got him at the right time. Yeah, to get a world champion like that, you got him at the right time. Only if he would have had the experience. And you can see it was the experience that lacked him from becoming a world champion. And in that fight, there was only one time in that fight that Anthony had as Kolarov going. And the corner said, listen, to Kolarov, if you're not what you call it, we're going to pull you out. So he was momentarily away from becoming a world champion. Yeah. But unintelligently, his trainer told him to empty the tank. If he would have put it on him a little and then slowly broke him down, it would have stopped him. But he went for broke all at once. That's not smart. That's not smart. That's just my opinion. I would never have done that. I would have told him, with him being an older man, chop that body. Keep chopping it. Keep going to the body. Keep going to the body, Anthony. Yeah. You keep going to the body, step close to him and go to the body. Yeah. Make him work. Make him work because he's tired. That's what I would have done. I would have done it. What I would have done in one round, I would have done bits and pieces throughout the last 4 rounds, stepping it up slightly. He couldn't have handled it. But the mentality of some people, they live a hype bravado life. The hypeness is not for the boxer. It's not about me. It's about the boxer. I care for my fighters. So never mind about what Tunde would have, what Yarde would have done without Tunde. Yeah, it's what Tunde would have done without Yarde. The boxer employs the trainer. Bear that in mind. The boxer's paying you. So don't go on like you some kind of superstar and you some kind of what you call it and wear some kind of little bums. Because it don't go like that. Yeah. I don't know what level he's boxed at. Yeah. But the difference is you can't talk like that to me. You can't talk down that level to me. Simple.
Tunde's been receiving a lot of backlash online. What do you make of, obviously you've spoken about it, but what do you make of all the backlash that he's been receiving?
I don't know what you mean by backlash. I don't know what you mean.
A lot of negative comments, from people online that Anthony needs to change his trainer, etc., etc. What do you make of all of that that's happening at the moment?
No, I'm not saying about what you should have changed his trainer. What I'm trying to say, look, everybody makes mistakes. Nobody's perfect. In this game, sometimes it's hard to get it right. Okay? Sometimes it's not, but you have to go back to the drawing board and don't look at your fighter. Look at yourself and say, you know what? And you can't be talking all this rubbish like it's a joke. I've seen the interview with you like, it's not a joke. There's no laughing matter in this. Yeah, it's a man's career. He's lost 2 fights. You got to be talking about, never mind chasing the rematch. You got to be talking about rebuilding this. How does he know what's going through Anthony's mind? He don't know that. And he needs to be sitting down with him and saying, listen, Anthony, listen, there's 2 fights you've lost now. But bear this in mind. Yeah, the levels you've lost to. He might not rate Lyndon and not respect him. Yeah, but if he's saying that, more fool him. Because it doesn't justify for him and for Anthony. You got to say, well, look, you got beat of a very good kid. Okay, very good amateur experience. Yeah, knows his game, right? Good trainer, good pedigree. Okay, Lyndon would be anybody. Okay, there's no shame. Yeah, you got beat of Kolarov. Yeah, there's no shame. But what we need to do is rebuild you. Now they should go back to Frank and get Frank to put him on TV dates, get him out there, get right back in that saddle, giving him some fights, getting built back up, get him a title. Yeah, build him back up. This fight will be a super fight down the line. I ain't saying that he never going to get no rematch. He deserves it. Yeah, but not the way they're going on. Yeah, not the way they're talking. We don't need them, yeah, to give them anything. They have to earn it again. Just like we would have had to do. If that would have been us, we would have had to earn that. Yeah, and I don't care what no one's talking about, no rematch clause, no this and that. If there's a rematch clause in it, they fucking get it when we say we're getting it. They ain't dictate. Nobody's not dictating to me or my fighter. I'll tell you that now. Not nobody. I emphasize that. Not nobody. I'm not being bullied, and I'm not being dictated, and I'm not being told I've got to do this. I'll tell you that now, because I'll tell anybody who ever thinks they can tell me that to think twice, please. Because there's two sides to Pat Barrett. There's two sides. Yeah. Right. I live my life for what I do. I've got myself here for what I've done. I've got my fighters here for taking chances. Yeah. Everybody said we didn't have a chance to be at the Yarde. All the bookies that they make to win, whatever. It was disgusting. But I don't care. I don't care. So don't talk about he got robbed. Please. Tunde is in denial. Totally.
Has Frank Warren been in contact with you about the rematch?
No, he's not been in touch with me. Frank Warren's not even said, hey, listen, well done, lads. Good job. But that's okay. It's okay. I can understand, you know, in this boxing game, as a big-time promoter, you know, he's had two big things, what he's got with TV. I can accept it. Yeah, I can accept it. It's hard. It's a blow that was never expected. But you got to bear in mind, you've got choice in two of the fighters, in Joe Joyce and in Lyndon. And even if it's not what you did want, you have to find a way to say, hang on a minute, well, listen, this is how we're going to have to do it. These two kids, now we're going to have to rebuild them for a world title, give them what they need. Do you know what I'm saying?
Okay. Pat, assuming that rematch doesn't happen straight away, what would you like to do next?
With Lyndon. No, I think it's time to showcase him now. Let's see the Lyndon Alpha. Let's see the King. Let's see, you know, why he was compared to Bob Foster. Why my trainer compared Lyndon Alpha to Bob Foster, one of the greatest light heavyweights pound for pound. Yeah, you can see why. Let's start seeing the real Lyndon Alpha putting punches together, doing what he can do, doing what you seen at the Yarde do, yeah, on BT Sports. Start knocking people out. Start showcasing a beautiful class of boxing. Yeah, you know, things like that. It's become extinct. Whenever you ever seen a fighter box like that behind the left jab? It's unheard of.
He moved nice. He moved nice. That's what I did say on the live stream, that Lyndon moved nice with the jab. You know, 100%. All right, Pat. What I would say is, look, man, big congratulations, man. Lyndon is a nice kid, man. I like Lyndon from day dot, from when I came up to Mustin. So I'm looking forward to whatever you guys do next. 100.
Thank you.